Hey guys, welcome back to the adventures, guys. So today we are prospecting Nugget Lake County Park, Wisconsin. We're at a old tree spot that I've been to before. I haven't been here in quite a while, so it's gonna be a pretty fun day. Um, I call this tree kind of the elder tree. The spot location specifically. It's just a really old tree that overhangs the creek. Now I got a big dam here, and the water flow isn't quite all there, so I'm gonna spend some time. I'm here pretty early, so we're gonna spend some time building this dam up all the way across, make it real nice. Spent a lot of time when I was a kid building dams, so I kind of enjoy it. We're gonna try out. I'm gonna pan out a few spots out here behind you and just kind of see what I can find for gold there. Today I brought my big tree mat sluice to try out in the creek, so I got to get good water flow for that. Looking to run some buckets today, see what we can find. It's gonna be a pretty good day. It's pretty chilly. It was about 35 degrees when I first got here. Took a little bit of walk in. That was a pretty good morning though. It's pretty nice out here. Pretty long drive, but we're here. We're on the creek, and now it's time to get on the gold. Alright guys, we're just going to straighten up this dam a little bit. It's not too bad of a dam, but I like a little more water flow in certain sections. So we're going to straighten up this dam, and we're going to work on that for a little bit because we're here kind of early. I brought my gloves because I'm not about to find out how cold the water is. It ain't that bad. But it's only like 40 degrees outside. So we're going to work on this dam for a little while. Get that thing kind of caught up and put together. Alright guys, we have finished building our dam. Now I incorporated a blue tarp in there to help build water up, because I got my big dream mat sluice in here today. So now we are going to head over here. I got my pan and my shovel over there. We're going to take samples from that edge over there and see what we got, because I'd like to dig on that edge. Usually we dig over here on this edge, but something's telling me to try that edge there. So I'm gonna try that out, and we're gonna see what we can find. And then once we find stuff there, we're gonna run some stuff through our sluice here. So, all right, well, let's get doing some test pans. Alright guys, we got our pan here. Big test pan. We're panning this out down here with freaking water. Alright guys, so I opted out and I changed to dig over here again like I had before in the past, which that was like a year ago. And see if I can get the shade here. Show what you got here. Look at that. I got about 10 specks in there. Some are small, some are a few bigger. So, with that said, we are going to dig right there. I'm going to do one more test pan in that spot, and then we are going to classify some buckets and run some material. It's been quite a while since I ran material in this creek. It's been almost a year, so I've been too fixated on Wisconsin River, but we're out of there today. And plus, this place is just such a beautiful place. Just an awesome place to be. Alright, let's do one more pan. Let's classify some buckets. Guys, we're going to classify 2 buckets from this hole here. I got my 1/4 inch homemade classifier that I made for a bucket that I've used since day 1 almost. So we're going to dig right here, see how deep we can get. Hopefully the gold gets better the deeper we go. I got about 10 flakes per pan at the moment. So we're just gonna shovel in, fill these 2 buckets, and then we're gonna run through the sluice. Alright guys, I have actually classified 3 buckets. So I had 3 buckets and I was like, why not? Let's classify 3 right away. So I got my dream mat here. Big dream mat from my phase 1 high banker that I built. I just took the power head off. We're just gonna see how this goes. I did another test pan in that hole after I classified these 3 buckets, and we had chunky gold in there. So we had quite a few pieces of gold in there. So, and I'll tell you why I think there's gold in that section specifically right there in a minute. But we're gonna run some material quick. I'm gonna see how this goes. I have to adjust the sluice a little bit. Mainly because it's a big dream mat. It's really big. So I brought my ASI sluice too if this doesn't work out that well, but I think I can get it to work. Alright, well we're going to feed this, do a little bit of adjusting. And figure it out. Alright guys, so the reason why I think there's a lot of gold in that one specific spot is because the bank comes down here and there's a huge gravel bank here from people working, but it comes along, it comes down. If I spin, this might be easier to see it. So it comes down and that out there's like a bend there. So then it bends there, then it bends back out. And when it comes this way, it's almost like this is the start to another bend. See how you can't see past that there? Start to another bend. So I'm digging right here. So that's my hole. It's about, I don't know, let's say a foot, 2 feet deep, maybe, I'd say. But it comes around and then it bends back in and creates another one. So just for the fun of it, I might go down and take a little pan from that little bend where it starts to bend like that. Just kind of curious. I've never even walked this little section here before. So, and then maybe again up there. So that right there is actually, what I'm pointing at, is actually a little bend that comes in like this. It comes in like this, kind of. So yeah. So that's kind of why I think there's gold here, is because this is actually about to be a bend, an inside bend. Well, because it kind of comes in and then back out. So that's kind of why I think that there's gold right here. And there's chunky gold there, because I panned over here and I didn't find anything. I didn't find nothing over here. So we are still running my first bucket. I really don't know how I feel about this big dream mat sluice mat. I don't know. I'm gonna keep running it. It's catching a lot of goods. I'm really looking for garnets today too. I like to take home a lot of garnets and try to separate them, because I see guys separating them, and I have never done that. So I kind of want to do it. So okay, well we're gonna keep running our buckets. Alright guys, we have ran 3 buckets through this now. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Look at all that black sand in there. Right there. Look at that. So we're trapping gold. We're trapping gold. Alright, so we are going to classify 2 more buckets because 1 bucket we need to clean this out in. But I'm going to let this run and wash out a little bit. I'm going to take a quick pan from below the sluice just to make sure we're not losing anything, and then we're going to go classify 2 more buckets. Alright guys, so we classified 2 more buckets, but this time we tried a different hole. Remember I told you I was going to come down, I was going to check out that one little weird bank that came around? Well, I panned out here. I panned out right here, 1 pan, and I got some really chunky gold, so I decided to take 2 buckets from this, so we'll clean out what we got up there, and we're going to take 1 more quick pan at the bottom of this hole and see if we still got gold in it, and we're going to go from there. But right now, I'm going to do this pan, and then we're going to clean up our sluice we got up there, clean that up, put that in a bucket, and then we're going to run this stuff through. Alright guys, we classified 2 more buckets. We're going to clean our dream mat out now. We're going to put it into this bucket of water that I have. And then I got 2 more buckets to run through there from a different spot. We'll see if we have anything different. Alright, we're just going to roll this up. Roll the matting up. Drop the matting into the bucket, and then we're just going to wash out whatever went behind it. I just want to make sure we wash out our sluices right after we take the matting out as well, because we're out here working hard for our goal. We don't want to lose any of it. Just like that. So that's washed out. Now we're going to wash the mat out. There, we washed our matting out. We washed our sluice box out into this bucket. This is our concentrates that we're going to take home and go through. So now I'm going to set it back up, and then we can run these 2 more buckets from a different spot that I keep getting chunky gold from. We're going to set this back up, and we're going to get to going. Alright guys, we did our clean out. Now we're going to help Zeke and Caitlin with Little Nuggets Big Adventures showed up. They're gonna run on our same dam that we're running, and they're gonna see if they can get their hands on some gold too. So Zeke's just gonna set his sluice up till we got done with our cleanup, like as if he could affect me. Sure. All right, guys, we're just wrapping it up for the day. We ended up doing 4 buckets this morning. Another bucket. Remember I said last time that Zeke wouldn't mess me up? Well, if water is low at Nugget Lake, Zeke is bringing the biggest sluice that he has. So, just so you guys know. So, but I was here today with Zeke and Caitlin with Little Nuggets Big Adventures. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to them. They're growing just like we are. So, alright, well, I got my concentrates in a bucket, and we'll see you guys back at the shop. Guys, welcome back to the shop. So today we went out and we got some gold from Nugget Lake County Park. Now we have not been to Nugget Lake in a very long time for us, so we had ran 4 buckets through our big dream mat, and then I classified a couple more buckets, and then we had helped Zeke classify some buckets before we left. We'd gotten there pretty early, so my concentrates for my 4 buckets are right here. We're going to test out this cleanup buddy once again. Not a huge fan of 3D printed objects, but we are going, or 3D printed tools, but we are going to keep trying this thing. Last time it worked out pretty good, so I kind of am hoping for the best for this one. So we're just going to feed it. I'm hoping it can take all of these, like all of this concentrates. Because my gutter sleeves can take it, so I'm just hoping that this can take that as well and catch the gold as well. Obviously it's in this tub, so anything that falls into the tub we can just go through again, but we're just going to do one little deventure shovel at a time. Now I do have jet dry in here to help break the surface tension of the water. I noticed on these dream mats there tends to be a lot of air bubbles sometimes, so that definitely helped out with that aspect of it. The weird part about that big dream mat is that big dream mat really gave us a lot of concentrates, but it's also a big dream mat. Like the swirls in it are huge. So it's going to take me a little while to feed all this through. I'm going to get you guys kind of up closer here so you guys can see what's kind of going on in the sluice itself. Alright guys, so we're still running these concentrates. Also, we're here in the new shop, so the shop is still a little under process, but the system, something that I kind of wanted to have set up was for us to watch our other followers and our other supporters and watch their channels and kind of throw some shade to you guys, from them to you guys. So today we're catching up on some gold pan suntan this morning. So don't be afraid to go like, share, and subscribe to him. We like helping out all the people that help us. So I'm gonna show you guys how we're running this. You can kind of see the TV a little bit, kind of can't. That's all right. So see how it all swirls? That's kind of how that dream mat is set up. So now, as I feed it, it washes off so fast, and I have it pump turned down all the way. Just because I was worried, because when I had the pump on full blast, it came and overflowed over this. It's just kind of interesting how in a short time, and this has the pump is built into it. Pump is down here, it's built into it. So that's kind of interesting as well. Just kind of really interesting concept that they're confident enough that this will catch all your gold. I mean, if they weren't confident about that, why would they call this the cleanup buddy? Guys, so we are completely through our concentrates now. I got the cleanup buddy off. I'm going to put a little bit of water from here in my pan. Actually put just a little more in there. We're going to clean out the cleanup buddy into our pan. And pan it out and see what we got going on. Now it's been a long time since I've seen a lot of Nugget Lake gold, because it's been a while since I've been there. But yeah, we use a shovel here. So one thing I don't like about this matting is I have to pry the matting out, but I also don't have any fingernails. Make sure we wash our little shovel off. actually gonna put this in here. Alright guys, we have cleaned up this pan and check out, see what we got. Look at all that gold. It's 4 buckets. 4 buckets down there on that creek. Four buckets, that's awesome. Little straggler piece there. 4 buckets. Alright guys, so it has been a long time since we made it out to Nugget Lake. It was kind of a spur of the moment ordeal. We kind of got out there super early. Didn't expect to leave that early in the morning. But we got out there and did some hardcore panning. Did a lot of pans. I think altogether I probably did 100 pans. Just test out some different spots. Found some spots to go back to next time. Was out there, Little Nuggets Big Adventures was out there. They found themselves a pretty nice arrowhead that I'd walked over all morning that I didn't see, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool for that. It was a pretty awesome day. We found really good gold, as you guys just seen, and it's just a good time. It was just a good day. You know, I've been pretty busy lately, so I haven't been able to get out there to Nugget Lake as much as I'd like, but our spot up on the Wisconsin River has been producing pretty well. There's a couple other spots I want to check out on the Wisconsin River for the next upcoming videos. Yeah, and our shop is getting put together slowly but surely. We're getting our equipment set up so we can run stuff continuously. I got plenty enough material to go through. Plenty enough stuff that we haven't gone through yet. So it's gonna be a good time. We got some good stuff coming. We've had a pretty good time. This year's been awesome. There's been a lot of changes, but it's been good. It's been good. But alright guys. Well, we'll see you guys on the next video. We're gonna have gold. We're going to have rock stuff going on. We're going to have some precious metal stuff going on. So stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. That'd be awesome. It helps out my channel a lot. So thank you guys.